Welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Riesa Pascal. What does it mean to leave a legacy? Well, most often it's something of value that is treasured by the loved ones you leave behind, but why wait until you're dead to leave a legacy? Our next guest, Rebecca Cafiero, has compiled a book titled Living a Legacy with moving stories from 18 other women who want to expand the concept of legacy to include values beyond the material. Rebecca, welcome back to the show. I'm so excited to chat through this book.
Thank you. It's always great to be here on the Daily Flash.
We love to have you. So tell us, Rebecca, what are the ways to make a lasting impact that goes beyond money or even property?
Yeah, so it's the idea of leaving behind something of value that impacts the world in a positive way. And I want to just impress upon everyone watching that this doesn't have to be something large, right? That's why it doesn't need to be a house, it doesn't need to be a large trust. Often it's showing people a different way is legacy in itself. I mean, for example, 86% of people want to write a book, but less than 1% ever do. And, as the authors were working on living a legacy, I said, this is a legacy in itself, your story to your family, to the people that are going to come, after you. In fact, my husband's grandparents took a book writing class, and I never had the privilege of meeting them. But the fact that they both left behind a book that is a fictional story, like that is a legacy for their entire family that comes after them. So it's really about thinking about how can I create that positive impact that creates a ripple far beyond me.
Wow. What a beautiful story about your husband's grandparents, I believe you said. That is a beautiful example of leaving that legacy. How can we all live a legacy that is accessible regardless of money?
I love that question because so many people think, I will do something once I have, X amount of money or I have this position. And we really want to start by thinking about how we want to be. If we want to be impactful, it's asking ourselves every day, what can we do today to be impactful versus waiting for this time that's far off when we frankly don't know how much time that we have here. And I'll give an example of this. About 7 years ago, I was really wanting to do something that was massively impactful, but I was at a place in my life where I said, I just don't know if I have the resources, the time, the energy. And a friend of mine who had a foster child that she sponsored came to me and said, Rebecca, this girl is a teenager. She has a young child and she's taking the bus 45 minutes each way to school to finish her senior year. And of course, what came to me was, this girl needs a car. But I didn't have the funds to go out and buy an entire car for this young woman I'd never met. But when I focused on how can I be impactful right now? What can I do today? I ended up taking this idea of furnishing her with a car to social media, and so many people donated. And a few
Wow.
weeks later, we were able to deliver a car to that girl. And it's not just the feel good, it's the fact that we showed that young woman at that really precious time of life that there is a different way to live. And we created a legacy that now has impacted her and the way she makes decisions in her life.
That is such a beautiful story. And I know your book has many stories like that, some of them very personal. Maybe you could share some of those stories, but obviously we do want people to make sure you get the book. So give us a little tease, if you will.
Absolutely. So there's 18 women that are authors here. They're all female business owners and entrepreneurs. And some of their stories are things like leaving what they were doing when a parent got sick, when a parent was diagnosed with cancer, and joining the family business. Others are getting out of maybe a toxic work environment or relationship because they wanted to show their children, not just tell their children what is possible, but show their children what is possible. And all of the stories, I think the important thing is there's so many different stories and they all show what you can not only do today, but what you can really do in the short term to not wait longer for this idea of creating legacy.
I love that. You mentioned short term. Is there something, what would you say everyone watching should do right now today just to get started?
Love that. So ask yourself, how do I want to be today? We often ask ourselves, what do I want to have? And when I have this thing, what will that allow me to do? And then how will I want to feel? But really, it all starts with the feeling. So if you ask yourself, how can I be impactful today? You start thinking about those small things, right? Those little gestures in the way that you communicate with your friends, your coworkers, the people around you that not only create the feeling that you want in your life, but that help impact others in a positive way. And you just never know the butterfly effect of any small
Absolutely.
action.
Rebecca, you're always so inspiring. How can our viewers get a copy of your book?
Yes, so you can go to the Pitch Club or the pitch.club and /living a legacy. There it is right there at pitchclub.online /living a legacy. You can get a free copy there at any time or today, just for your audience. If you go to Amazon and you search Living a Legacy, it will be free on Amazon today only.
Fantastic. Thank you for joining us, Rebecca. We'll be sure to have this on our website at dailyflashshow.com. Thanks again.
Thank you.